Hello everyone, welcome to Willow and Roots. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading is a pick a planet reading. Now there's going to be two options. The first planet is Saturn, the second planet is Uranus. I'm going to be pulling two cards, one for each planet for you to decide. You could also listen to the guidance from both planets. The reason why I'm doing this is because we are in the age of Aquarius and Saturn and Uranus both are connected to that zodiac sign. With Saturn, which is interesting and most people are afraid of it, it's seen as the parent planet where it's important for you to follow rules, regulations, routines, and if you don't, there's a price to pay, there's a limitation, restriction. It's a really hard planet to work with, but what makes it challenging is resistance. When you resist, that's what makes it feel more intense and more complicated. When you surrender to the guidance of Saturn, when you move with the energy of Saturn, it's a lot easier. You feel a sense of accomplishment. With Uranus, I see it as evolution. So right after the transformation, Uranus represents what do we do now? In this new chapter, what do we do with this change? I want to be different to how I was before, or I want to refine the way things were. So that's quite interesting. Let's jump into this. Okay. I'm going to be using the Millennial Tarot for the two options. So this is Saturn. This is Uranus. Saturn, Uranus. So you can pause the video, choose a card, let's get to it. For those of you who selected Saturn, here's your reading. So let's see what you got. 5 of Thoughts, 5 of Swords, Gaslighting. Saturn for me represents mastery, okay? Mastery of the self, mastery of a skill, just being at a level where what you are doing is effortless. Now this is a double-edged sword, no pun intended. It's being gaslighted and gaslighting. Here, Saturn is saying that you have mastered the understanding of when you are being gaslighted by others, okay? When someone is approaching you with ill intentions, you know, it's coming to you instantly. You just have this knowing. So there's like clear cognizance here. You know when someone is doing something to wind you up, to get a reaction, and being an asshole. It's also saying that you have mastered the art of manipulation. So two can play that game. That's what I'm getting from this. And you pretty much entertaining it and returning the favor to them. This could be in the moment or at a later date, a later time, when you return the favor. Saturn is saying to be mindful of your actions because there are consequences. When dealing with this planet, with it being linked to the Aquarian energy, the humanitarian energy, the evolution energy, there is an aspect of your actions being for the greater good. So you have to watch your intentions, and we're talking about the reason why you are doing something and how you are feeling while doing it, because you cannot lie to universal law or source. You can't. We do have two butterflies here, and it does speak on being able to transmute the intention in a way that will bring change, evolution. That can be with removing yourself from the problem. It's about mastering how you react to negative persons in your energy, in your environment, the negative actions of others, so on and so forth. You have the power, the know-how, and the ability to change the outcome. because you have the heads up, you have that awareness on the person's intentions. You can almost feel it. You can almost get into their head and know exactly why they are doing it. But what part of you is going to want revenge? So it's the revenge side of things. Do you have to have revenge, or could you just exit? Now, some of you may be saying, hello, it depends on the situation. Yes, it does. But your actions are connected to consequences, because I feel heavily here universal law. So the mastery and what Saturn is talking about is you are in control of the reaction to an action. So you could either entertain it or walk away. Seven of Thoughts, Seven of Swords. You see? Acting shady. You see? I'm getting chills here. Page of Swag, Personal Trainer. Proceed with caution, I'm hearing with this. The Personal Trainer card here, the Page of Swag, this is like learning to choose your battles. It's also giving me like being an example. So when you have mastered an aspect of the self, a life skill, and you got someone coming to challenge you, it's almost like being challenged by someone who does not even know any better. They're at a disadvantage because they don't know that they don't know. So why even entertain someone who is like pretty much a novice? It just doesn't make any sense. It's a waste of your time. The Devil, oh my gosh. Yeah, so we're talking about ego, right? We have the Hierophant on the bottom. So this is like the teacher, right? So you have mastered an aspect of the self, and you are here to teach others through your, how can I put it, disinterest in their bullshit on this life skill. You're teaching them, I see that you're being an asshole and you don't have to be an asshole, so you need to just piss off and just leave me be. Or I'm just walking away from you because you look like you need some attention and I'm not going to be giving it to you. The Devil represents that side of all of us where the teacher, that master side of ourselves, wants to teach the person a lesson. So it's delving into the ego and saying, you know what? I'm going to show you up, or you're a little, see you next Tuesday, and I'm going to teach you a lesson. So Saturn is saying, learn how to manage this energy, this urge, changing and transmuting this shadow quality into one where it allows divine inspiration and enlightenment for the person who is doing the provoking, and also for yourself. You ascend when you choose your battles, really. I've been through this with a lot of people, a lot. Whenever they try to be a smarty pants, and of course, you have the gifts where you know exactly what their intentions are, right? You know exactly why they're doing it and what they're trying to do to trigger you. You bring up what needs healing within them and you counsel their ass. It works every time. So it's not to stoop to this level, because Saturn is saying you're far exceeded the beginner stage with this particular lesson here. Okay, let's get some guidance. No one likes the mirror turned on them, right? People don't like that. And that's the way to kind of provide divine enlightenment to these people. Cosmic guides, extraterrestrial. Wow. You know what I got from that? It's a cry for help when people do that. So their guides are pretty much trying to get your attention for you to activate some form of awareness or even healing to these individuals. So when you get to the point where you have reached your boiling point, that's when you throw some gems for them to start healing, to start doing their work. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. For those of you who selected Uranus, here's your reading. So let's see what you got. Ooh, Two of Thoughts, Two of Swords. I don't know. Right, so Uranus for me is about evolution. So once we have transformed, so change has occurred, we've had our tower moment, we have gone through the transformation, we have stepped into the new chapter, into the new cycle. What next? Uranus brings endless possibilities for creating a brand new experience. Or if you liked certain aspects of where you were coming from, how to refine it. It's about having a fresh perspective, experiencing the new. It's like getting a makeover, let's just put it like that. And it can be as extreme or reserved as you'd like. Here Uranus is saying it's okay to pause and to decide, to create in your head, because we have Swords card here, what you want to do next, what you want your life to look like at this stage. For some of you, you're right there at the precipice of change and there's fear involved. But again, Uranus is saying you can paint whatever picture you want to paint. Of course, with the air element, so Aquarius energy, you have to be accountable though. So there's no, they told me to do this and that's why I did it and so on and so forth. It's on you. There's a coming back to the self. And that's the beautiful thing with Aquarius. That's the beautiful things with Saturn and Uranus energy. It's that transparency with the self. There's always a degree of truth. So it's to pause. And you see how these signs are like empty or it's faded. This one looks faded and this one looks completely empty. It's like, what do you want to do? The world is your oyster. What next? It doesn't involve fear. It's the joy of the expectation. It's being open to the challenging times and the easy times because you understand that that's how life works. It's not all smooth sailing and everything is perfect and there's no problems all the time. It's not like that. Every day there is some type of challenge or decision that we have to make. And there's some days where the challenge is greater, but we still make the decision. So you understand the rules of this part of the game. So now, where do you go from here? That's what this is saying. Uranus is bringing this. It's like, come on. Uranus is like, I want excitement. I want you to do something different. Come out of that box you're in. And you know why Uranus is saying this? Because when you take your last breath, there shouldn't be any, I wish I had done. You have the opportunity here to say, I did. And I'm happy with my life, how it went. It's really big here with these two planets. What a lot of people don't understand, well, just life in general, it's being able to say, you know what, I'm happy with how my life went. The ups, the downs, all of that. I am happy because I lived it in the way that I wanted to live it. I made decisions and I took ownership of it. There shouldn't be, I wish I had and I didn't do this and that. And even if you didn't, let's say you didn't achieve everything on your bucket list. How was your life emotionally? What other areas brought fulfillment, contentment? You see, it's a lot more than just, I made X amount of money in this life, or I went to all these different places. It's about how did it feel to you? The day-to-day experiences is what is very significant here, because you could be a person living in the bush or the woods, not stepping out of that environment, growing your food and all of that. And when you take your last breath, you will say, you know what? It was good. I was happy with what I did. So it's about being internally at peace with your day-to-day and knowing that you can create your experiences. This is nice. The Hanged Man. So they're saying really think long and hard about this. This card flew out. Fun employed. This card, especially with fun employed, it's screaming to not forget about living life in a way where you can pause and see the beauty of existence. Like, when was the last time you were going to work and you stepped outside of autopilot mode and just watched people or looked at plants, trees, or wherever you are and just think, oh my gosh, someone invented that or God created that. Just looking at the sky, the clouds, the planes, the trees, the birds, really taking everything in. You zooming into yourself and just looking at your surroundings, having that moment. But it's you connecting to the oneness of everything. I'm sure you guys have had many moments like that where you're like, wow, this is good, especially when being in nature and it's seeing that this was all created for us. Even the inspiration that allowed someone to create an invention that we take for granted today, that's coming from the higher realms. Pausing and taking life in. Work is not life. It's a part of it, but it's not everything, because you can miss out on so many important moments. So it's saying to be more present in the moment, or having moments of awareness, because our world is a mini universe. It's a model of the structure of existence. The blueprint is the same. All the answers you are seeking, it's here. Fool. Look at that. That's the moment of stepping out of yourself and connecting with the oneness. So we do know that this is that fresh start coming in. And two cards where it's saying, look, pause and decide. Map out and plan. And the plan may not go according to plan, but it's a start. What you're going to do next. I'm hearing beginner's mind, so having a beginner's mind. Strength. Look at that, the clock. Using your time wisely. I'm feeling like slow motion energy here, where it allows you to put the ego to one side and allow yourself to be in free motion. This allows you to make the right decision, or make the decision that will provide you with the greatest experience in this new chapter. It's about not bringing heavy energies in this space. Very interesting. Okay, let's get some guidance. Doing a craft as well. She's creating here. Sometimes becoming creative. So finding some form of hobby or what interests you. Could be gardening, it could be someone likes to work with puzzles, mosaics, nice. Mosaics, painting, interior design, decorating, sewing, cooking, baking, writing, tech design. It's just you moving energy around to create. Okay, guidance for Uranus. All the worlds. Firing your imagination. Do you hear that? That's what this is about. So with you tapping into your creativity or creating crafts, just creating, it helps to create greater clarity on what you would like the next chapter of your life to look like, to be like. You're starting the process where you are delving more into, it feels more spiritual. It feels like the creator is heavy here. So this is beyond, oh, what psychic abilities I have. This is you bringing something to life. And that's what the creator did for us. That is the ultimate energy. That is the ultimate power. It's to create. And when you create, it expands. This is beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.